Hi, this is David Sime. Unlike everybody else in my field of virtual and augmented reality, I'm not at the AWE conference in America. I'm in London, actually. I'm in Camden at the moment, where I've just been speaking to the Ministry of Defence about the use of augmented and virtual reality and spatial computing in general in defence training for the UK. Which has been really good, really positive. They've got some really good ideas, and we think we can help them. Today I'm off to the Royal Mail to speak to them in Newcastle, and then this evening I'm going to be at a Meet the Buyers event in Edinburgh, so I'll be pretty exhausted by tomorrow. But anyway, the reason that I wanted to talk at the moment is that one of the things that came up from the Ministry of Defence, and seems to be an issue for Royal Mail, is they're very interested in something called live volumetric recording. Now, live volumetric recording is where you take cameras all around the people that you're recording and create a kind of a three-dimensional model. Think Star Wars, the first movie with the "Help me Obi-Wan, you're my only hope" kind of stuff. Now that's all very well, but it requires a lot of cameras, a lot of ranging hardware. It requires a lot of data to be sent down the pipe to the other ends, to the people that are receiving it. And it's infrastructure that until 5G becomes ubiquitous, we don't really have. So although it's something that we are going to see as commonplace in the future, we need to have something as a stopgap in the meantime. So what I've been looking into is using rigged three-dimensional models. So these are models that they look like you and I. They've got limbs that move like you and I. They've got hands for gestures and so forth. The only thing that they really lack is live expressive faces, which I've been putting up some posts about recently, you know, using artificial intelligence to mimic these things. But again, we're still a wee way off. So me and my head of visual effects and CGI, Stephen Wright, I've come up with a more elegant solution, which requires a lot less information being sent down the pipe. Basically less than Skype, which is just as well, because the likes of Skype, Google Hangouts and Zoom, etc., they can be a little bit dodgy, so depending on the amount of reception that you've got. So we've found a way that we think is elegant, data-light, but would give us all of the communication ability that we might need without drop-out. And would give us full bodies, would give us micro muscle movements and you know, micro expressions and all of the things that we need to communicate really properly without misconstruing other people's meanings and so forth. I've actually wrote a blog for Contact Digital about this years ago. I'll put a link below this so you can have a wee look at it. It's called Communicating Without Words, and it's about the scientific research into how much of our communication is non-verbal, non-vocal. So you might find that interesting. But as I say, the way I see it, we've got to work with what we've got, and what we've got at the moment is one camera for the most part, and people that don't have specially set up rooms, and people don't all have 5G connections or constant broadband connections. So we've got to, if we want to communicate in this full body way, which I think is ideal, particularly for things like training and business meetings and that kind of thing, we really need to do it. We really need to do it with the equipment that we have. As I say, one camera, conventional connections, people at the other end who might just have a screen, that kind of thing, and that's what we're working on. So anyway, leave me some comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I'll speak to you soon.